Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Tulane versus Wichita State college basketball matchup on Friday, March the 8th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for that one-on-one style service. We have those products. They're just not available on the website. To get those, you got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got Tulane taking on Wichita State, and I'm kind of clicking around here because my screen's got all mixed up. Did my little intro, but we're ready to get into this one. Both these teams in the AAC, a conference that's come up extremely tough this season, and I think both these teams kind of on the business end of that. Unfortunately for them, Tulane 1-9 straight up in their last 10 games, just 3-7 against the number, while Wichita State is 4-6 in their last 10, 5-5 against the number. Wichita, a team that several years ago was one of the best teams in the nation almost every single year when Greg Marshall was coaching. But since he's been gone, the Shockers program just hasn't been the same. And I know they had a coaching change this year. Certainly, we've seen better things from Wichita State this year. But let's face it, 13-17 does not get it done. Meanwhile, when we look at Tulane, this team, just great offense and no defense, and it just once again shows you that when you get in the tough games against the good teams, you got to have defense. And I think that the way this conference set up, and the way that even some teams that didn't have big expectations coming out of them, like South Florida, then you have FAU in here, Memphis, Charlotte, SMU, it's heavy hitter after heavy hitter, and I'm just even mentioning just a handful of teams in this conference. And I mean, they lost UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston, so most people thought it would be a down year for them. Not really the case, and like I said, both these teams have felt the wrath and the business end of it. Tulane coming off of a loss against USF. They played FAU prior to that. Didn't go so well either, except they were getting 17 points in that one and ended up losing by just 6. So they covered the spread. Loss against North Texas, UAB, even East Carolina in a game which should be a winnable one. Their one win recently came against Temple, but it's Memphis, SMU a couple times, Charlotte. There's no place to hide in the AAC this season. Meanwhile, Wichita State has won 3 of their last 4 games, beating Tulsa, UAB, and Rice, and losing to Temple. Ironically, the team their opponent here had their win against. When we look at the Wichita State offense, it isn't all that much. But the thing is, when you compare it up to that Tulane defense, it certainly looks a lot better. They only hit 70% of their free throws, which I don't love. The Tulane offense certainly has some firepower, and they certainly can hit some free throws as well. The Wichita State defense, pretty good at guarding shots from the floor, but when it comes to the perimeter, they pretty much are not nearly as strong, but still very, very good and among one of the best in the nation. The thing is, Wichita State also not afraid to mix it up on the boards, and I think that in a game like this, I'd rather have a team that's going to be at least aggressive on the boards. At least it shows they're going to try. I understand it's senior day and all that kind of good stuff. I don't care. I'm taking Wichita State in the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.